So Google reported this week. Looked like a spectacular quarter, yet the stock trades off. Why did it trade off, and what is the outlook from here?
You know, Google, I think, is at the intersection of a lot of important trends taking place in the digital economy right now. They obviously are the leading search engine, but believe it or not, they actually own the #2 search engine in the world as well, which is YouTube. And then they're also a leader in artificial intelligence. They have the Android mobile operating system. So Google is really, in my view, at the heart of a lot of positive trends taking place. In terms of what I try to do is really focus on the long term and really look at what the opportunity is. And when you look at the opportunity in their core business, advertising business, the global advertising business is about a $500 billion market. And they're really scratching the surface in terms of how much time. If you look at how people are spending time today, it's way different than how we spent time growing up in terms of consuming media. Most time, over half the time people are spending consuming media is now on digital devices. And there's still a wide gap in terms of how ad dollars spent. I started out as a media analyst here at Fidelity, and one of the first things I learned was ad dollars follow eyeballs, and that's really what we're seeing here, and we're really at the early stages of that. Short term, in terms of what happened this past quarter, I think it's a simple game of expectations where I think even though Google beat consensus expectations, I think internally, investors were hoping for more. The stocks had a nice run this year. So I just look at it as an opportunity where you have opportunities to buy stocks when they come down. But I think long term, the outlook still looks very strong.
And you say they're scratching the surface. They're a huge company now with $100 billion of advertising revenue, really, and the $500 billion market you're talking about. How big can one company get in terms of global advertising? When do you start to become concerned? Okay, we're hitting the era where we're going to have law of diminishing returns.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So one of the things Google's been great at is really going into adjacencies. So, the core advertising, as I mentioned, is a $500 billion market, but they're also the leader in what I call machine learning or AI. Automated cars. There's estimates out there that self-driving could be worth another $50 to $100 billion in market cap for Google itself. And so they've done a great job of going into these adjacencies. And so when I look at overall, there's still a huge gap in terms of time spent and ad dollars. And the other thing is that $500 billion number doesn't include all the direct marketing dollars that are spent out there. So they're actually taking
really
share.
What search is.
Exactly. And so they're actually taking share of other pieces of the pie that aren't in that $500 billion market. So I feel comfortable that there's still a long runway for growth there.